Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do? 3, 2, 1, my juice little lights. Thank you, little lights, you're delicious and bright. There we go, Matt. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Okay, we'll get it in a minute. Come on, my little lovelies. Come on. There we are. Okay, they're lovely and bright. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so it's around 2:45 in the afternoon in my old England, in our neck of the woods. Okay, and well, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of a blue sky. There's lots of grey, white, not so fluffy clouds, my delicious little babies. And it's a little bit chilly, but once you get walking, yes, it then seems to warm up, if you know what I mean, my delicious little babies. So anyway, so that's the weather forecast, okay? And God bless, you know, what's going on over in America, you know, where they're not apparently receiving any help. You know, so nobody's been able to, there we are, to come in. They want to come in, but apparently they're not being able to for some reason. Now then, my delicious little babies, so I do not have any videos today. However, I wasn't even going to do a video today, you know, I'm just being honest. But I just feel the need just to, you know, that doesn't mean just to put a little video out. Well, I mean, what do we want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? It's a little bit of there we are, a food for thought video today. You know, like, and I'm hoping that you're going to get me, my delicious little babies. There we are, please and thank you. You know, like, you know, when ones want to spoil, you know, somebody else's business, or they want to spoil somebody else's, you know, their way of earning. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? I mean, there we are. It can be most disturbing, can't it? Now, I mean, really, if somebody wants to do that, there we are. It's usually control, isn't it? So you imagine, you know, being in a relationship, okay? And you know, and what it is, I don't know. I'm just throwing thoughts out there, okay? And say you've got a wife, you know, a wife, God bless, or in some cases a husband, and you know, like maybe they haven't done you know, they've just been keeping the upkeep of the home and doing everything. Do you see what I mean? Okay, which there we are. Correctly, sir, to my heart. There we are. That's what they've been doing now. Do you see what I mean? And then maybe they've got a main breadwinner, you know, who brings in the old bread and butter. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes with diamonds, there we are, on them. Do you know what I mean? But however, you know, you can eat the bread and butter, but not the diamonds, my delicious little babies. You know what I mean? You can have a few cracked Hampstead Heaths. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Okay, so they're not really going to fill you up, are they? And then, of course, you know, one day, then what happens? You know, then, I don't know, the marriage or the relationship, there we are, breaks down. And then, you know, they find themselves in a situation where they've got nowhere to go. Now, I have actually known in my decades, there we are, okay, where this has happened with some dear women now, okay? And it's like they wanted to go out, there we are, to work, but then their significant other at the time, you know, said, no, you're all right, you just, there we are, you just stay where you are, my little lovely, or my Mr. Lovely, you know what I mean? And then before you know it, well, you know, they're having to live, there we are, let's just say a very different life to what they used to live, okay? There we are, and I've seen it. Okay, there we are, big times I've seen it. Okay, big time I've seen it. There we are. Okay, And sometimes along the journey, it can make them, there we are, very bitter. Do you see what I mean? Because they know what they could have achieved, and 9 times out of 10, they had a job before they met their significant at some point or the other. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Just to find themselves in some sort of, there we are, court battle, you know, to get, there we are, what they are owed. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Now, I happen to have a very different take on things. Now, number one, I've got to be honest, okay? Anybody who's watched my videos for as long as you have, okay? And so much love and God bless to you all, okay? God bless to, you know, any new subscribers, and so much love to each and every one of you, my beautiful little subscribers, okay? And anybody who happens to, you know, pass my channel, God bless you, you know, stumble across me. Well, I mean, I've got to be honest, I've never been in love. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. You know what I mean? That's just a song, my delicious babies. I'm not with anybody, you know what I mean? But I've never been in love. I've never been married. Do you know what I mean? I've been asked, there we are, to get married 9 times in my life. You know, 3 different gentlemen. I said no. Because I knew in my heart of heart that that was not correct for myself. Do you see what I mean, okay? And I wasn't going to be nobody's, you know what I mean, washer-upper or cook and cleaner. Do you see what I mean? And then your man there just go off, there we are, and do what he wants to be done doing. Now, it doesn't work that way with me, my delicious little babies, do you say? Okay? Maybe when you're brought up with an ex-army man, there we are, which I was. You know, my dad was a single father. God bless him. I'll always say that. We may not speak, but it does not mean that I do not care or I do not love him in my own way, because I do. It's just that we have, there we are, a very difference of opinion, okay? And that's never going to change. And I refuse and he refuses. So therefore, we're both stubborn, there we are, and we take it to our graves. That's the way it goes, okay? But I always, there we are, will love and respect him to my heart for teaching me to cook, clean, iron, wash, and do what you need, there we are, in life to survive, my delicious babies, do you say? So maybe in my relationships, maybe men have found me, there we are, a little bit difficult to handle. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies, okay? Because when you've never been in love, or you have a different, let's just say, outlook in life, like a different immersion, if you know what I mean, well, one sometimes do not always see things now the same way somebody else would see things. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, okay? So for myself, there we are, I've seen, and it is not a road that, there we are, I would ever wish to go down myself. You know, not like them dear ladies there now, dear women. Do you see what I mean? Because it's not a very nice road. I mean, you go from having everything, there we are, to F all. Do you know what I mean? And you're only blessed if you've got friends, family, who can help you. Do you see what I mean? There we are. I've seen it big time. There we are. Okay? And of course, I've also been on the receiving end. You know, you could be just talking to somebody or giving a bit of advice. However, I do not associate myself with these women or ladies anymore. No, I do not. I haven't done for years. I always say, there we are, wish them well on their journey. Do you know what I mean? Because they're going to need it, isn't it? Yes? So that's not me being bitter. That is just me when I'm just being me. Do you know what I mean? And somebody else is very, there we are, material. Do you see what I mean? Not getting the point, there we are, of what I'm saying. Do you see what I mean, okay? So yeah, I mean, I've seen them where they've gone from a Merc or a BM, you know, down to a, just figure of speech, I will not say exact cars, a Skoda. Do you see what I mean? Mind you, over the years, the Skoda seemed to have picked up, didn't it? At one time, everybody was, there we are, laughing at the Skoda. But then it turned out that, yeah, more and more were buying the Skirdy, you see what I mean, my delicious babies. Anyway, a lot going on with Ford, isn't there, my delicious little babies? Anyway, I mentioned on a video months and months and months and months ago to do this, do you see what I mean? There we are, my delicious little babies, okay? I actually wanted to, and I said months and months and months ago, I actually wanted to take a photograph or something, but somebody wouldn't let me do it. You know, I did mention it on one of my videos months and months and months ago, do you know what I mean, okay? So, I'm not surprised that this comes out now. Now, what I also want to say to do with all of this, okay, you're probably wondering, well, what's your woman there talking about, okay? I always say that because with myself, I feel that somebody's trying to communicate with me. It's really hard for me to explain what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies. Somebody's really, really trying to communicate with me, okay? You know, living like, okay, not in spirit, well, anyway. For myself, I work with spirit. Do you see what I mean, my delicious baby? So this is nothing new to myself, okay? I'm talking about somebody who's living. You know, and sometimes, you know, because I always say, there we are, everybody's on a journey, aren't they? And also what I want to say is that, you know, I have a very good old-fashioned, there we are, saying, my delicious babies, that there we are, that good things, there we are, comes to those who wait. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, okay? But not when somebody's, there we are, trying to interfere with somebody else's affairs now. You know, I don't mean affairs as in affairs. Like I just said, I'm a single woman. Do you know what I mean? And at this point in my life, there we are, I'm very happy to be a single woman until I meet my, oh, God bless, my beautiful little Mr. Wonderful. And he would, there we are, have to be Mr. Wonderful, there we are, for me to engage with this dear gentleman. Do you see what I mean? But, there we are, it will happen, do you say? But my point is, when others try to interfere in other one's lives, it never works, does it? Do you know what I mean? So if somebody's just trying to, you know, earn a living or do what they've got to do now, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about anybody generally. Well, really, they should just be left, there we are, just to be done doing it. Do you know what I mean? Not having interference. Do you see? But, of course, what we're seeing in old Born in the USA, you know, they seem to be wanting to F everybody up. You know, I've just got an everyday perfume, you know, an everyday perfume. It looks like a gold bar, doesn't it, my delicious little babies? I don't really use it that very often, actually. And it's called, is it Fcuk? My delicious little babies. So, I mean, really, I suppose that there's a lot around the world who are, you know, they like the old gold bars, but what they're really saying to Born in the USA is Fcuk You. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you follow me? Because ones are just not a liking. They're not a liking. There we are, what they are seeing. And I'm seeing more and more and more on, you know, on all different sites now, on different uploaders and everything. I mean, really, everything. Big time. There we are. Big, 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 big time. There we are. It's being exposed. Day by day, week by week, hour. There we are. By hour. Okay? Now, I just want to leave the video by saying that, yes, so good things come to those who wait, but when they try to interfere with others, I always say when somebody wants to, there we are, before I even say it, do what they're doing, number one, they must look at their own damn selves now, isn't it? Yes, they must look at what is making them feel from the heart how they are feeling. What is, there we are, causing this, do you say? Okay? And also, why are they so intent? Is it intent on, there we are, on upsetting somebody else's life, business? Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? It's really just not very nice, you know. Do you know what I mean? I mean, maybe if they worked alongside, and this is generally, if they worked alongside whoever it was, then there we are. Then they would both prosper. Or whoever's involved, there we are, would prosper. Do you see what I mean? But sometimes in life that doesn't happen, does it, my delicious little babies, do you say? Anyway, so there's not much else to say. One more thing now. I do not trust this bricks. Now, I do not care what anybody tells me. I couldn't give a fiddler's F, okay? I do not trust it, okay? Not at all, right? Too many, there we are, conferences, too many of this thing now, that thing now. And look how much these conferences cost for everybody, there we are, to sit down and have a delicious meal and to talk about things now, when there's others, like in America, going through floods. And then we've got homelessness, there we are, all over the world. And these sit there we are, eating gourmet meals and flying, there we are, here, there and everywhere, my delicious babies, when we out here are told not to eat so much meat, and banks are involved, there we are, as I've mentioned, and others have, not to eat so much meat, dairy, travel, drive a car, okay, put your heating on, yeah, in the UK, in England, old England, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, which apparently they do call Caledonia, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales is Caledonia, okay, you'd only have to go on to our lovely, not in that way, our lovely Richard Verbs and his lovely little wife to be, little Julia, do you know what I mean? And then you'll find the video, don't know, there we are. Huge amount of research, there we are, on this subject, my delicious little babies, do you say? So, and God bless you, dear Richard, dear little Julia, God love you, please keep going, and please donate to his channel as well, because he's been demonetised, okay, my delicious little babies, because that's what happens when you're saying something that somebody else now, there we are, does not like. This is the consequence, okay, and this has happened with hundreds of different YouTubers, my delicious babies, okay? It's like you've got to, there we are, religiously, follow, follow the leaders, follow what they're saying. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But when you do not, well, they're not alike, are they? But if we get back to this again, for those who's concerned, Fcuk You, okay, with the old gold bar, there's plenty of that in the Vatican, isn't there, my delicious little babies, do you say? Anyway, so I'm going to leave my video like that. I feel that, there we are, that I've said everything that I wanted to say, really, but if one's just stopped interfering and just let others, there we are, just get on with a damn business now, then at the end of the day, everybody can prosper. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you see? Okay? But I'll repeat once again, good things come to those who wait. But if they keep trying to, there we are, interfere in others' business now, well, it just takes a little bit longer. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Oh, and just one last thing. Yeah, I was talking to somebody this morning, God bless. Yeah, and we were, talking about different things now. Do you see what I mean? And, yes, I mean, there's certain countries now where, I've got to be careful what I say here, my delicious little babies, if you follow me. That they like to use their ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. I'm not going to say no more. I'm hoping there we are, my delicious little babies out there. And thank you so very much for even listening to my video today. There we are, that you're following me. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, they love the old ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So when everybody's looking at the bricks now, well, not everybody, because there are a lot who do not, there we are, God bless them, even know about this, okay? Ones must also remember that we got Big Daddy. There we are, my delicious little babies. Do you ever remember Big Daddy? He used to be a wrestler. He was Big Daddy, wasn't he? He was a wrestler. Did he have light hair? Yeah, it's like everybody feared Big Daddy. But of course, once they got into the ring, it's like, it was all, there we are, pretend, wasn't it, my delicious little babies, if you follow me? Do you know what I mean? It's like he pretended to like, boom, boom. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? And the reason why I was just mentioning that is because I knew somebody, oh, God bless, the dear little son, oh, so beautiful, beautiful family, okay? He was well into the wrestling, do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? But really, when you look at it, there we are, it's very fake, isn't it, my delicious little babies? And I'm going to leave my video like that. So wherever you are in the world, have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, okay, my delicious little babies? And whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, please have a super duper, there we are, and delicious time. I hope the weather is 1,000 times better than where I am, okay? It may differ in other parts of England, do you know what I mean? But sharp weather. I mean, we need our flipping vitamin D, don't we, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? And some of us, well, you you need a lot more, don't you, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? But this is what we got for now. Okay, my delicious babies. So much love. Thank you to anybody who ever watches my videos, and God bless you. But no videos today, my delicious little babies. All I'm wanting you to do, it's, there we are, a food for thought video. There we are, that's all I'm doing now, a food, there we are, for thought video, okay? And I'm hoping, there we are, please dear God Jesus Christ of Nazareth, to whom it may concern, there we are, follow what I'm saying. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So until my next video, okay, sending peace, love, harmony and bright blessings, and may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected. Only a shorty video today, my little lovelies. Love ya. Goodbye.